Hey creatives, I'm Rita Barakat and thank you so much for checking out this video. Today we're making pumpkins, yay! I love seasonal. So I have these really cute little canvas pumpkins and there are various ways that you can decorate them and you can use them. So this is a fabric marker and these are great, especially if it's going to be something that's going to be washed, or put on maybe a shirt or something that you're going to wear. So fabric markers work fantastic. And so this is what I'm using for this one. But if it really doesn't matter, as long as it's not going to be outdoors, if it's indoors and it's just decorative, you can use watercolor, acrylic paints, whatever you want to use. Just have to think about, where is it going to go? What are you going to use it for? And then you'll know what you're going to use on the product. So for these canvas pumpkins, I just wanted to show you that yes, you can use the fabric markers, you can use watercolor, you can use acrylic, but if it's gonna go outside, I would say to you, you probably wanna do an acrylic just because you want it to be a little bit water resistant and you don't want your pumpkins running orange all over your door or whatever you have it hanging on. So for these, this is going to be indoors. I was thinking that there's several ways that I can use these little cute pumpkins, but either way, I know that I'm going to be keeping them inside. So I'm using acrylic, and then for a couple of them, I used watercolor as well. So super fun to play with. And then I draw those little lines, and you can see on the pumpkins, they have the natural curve on the top and on the bottom. And as long as your lines are curved, those pumpkins are gonna look really great. So just curve those lines as you're going from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top. I added some veins in the on the leaves. Now the ones that I'm doing with watercolor and acrylic, I have to wait for those to dry before I can put those lines in them because I don't want it to bleed. So the first thing I'm doing is now I'm painting all of my little pumpkins, and I have a couple of thought processes for them. I can either tie them all together and make like a cute little garland, or I was thinking that I could put them on a wreath. I think that would be super cute. Or I could just individually hang them like from a window or something, or I could attach them to maybe a napkin ring, and that would be super cute. So they have a lot of uses that you can use, as well as, of course, in your scrapbooking or in your journals or whatever you have. So I put all my pumpkins on paper towels, and I just kind of put one on top and on the bottom so that they would kind of dry out for the most part before I add these lines with a marker. You can also add them with paint. I just found it really easy to do it with a marker. And then I'm going in with some strings, and depending on what you're going to do with them, like if you were going to hang them, you could just tie a knot in that string and put it in between the two pumpkins to hang. Or you can do what I'm going to do because I want to be able to tie it onto a wreath later. So I'm putting this string up and down on the bottom, but I am also leaving an area for me to stuff the little pumpkins with a little bit of polyfill or cotton balls or whatever you have. So I'm using tacky glue, Eileen's tacky glue. You could use Fabri-Tac, that works really well as well. And I forgot to stick those little leaves in there, so I opened it back up before it dried and I put the leaves back in. So I use some clothespins. You can use binder clips to keep those kind of together while they are drying. And once they're dry, you can stuff them with your polyfill. And when I was doing the video, I realized once I got to the last two pumpkins that they, I don't know, they just didn't stick together. So I had to go back and re-glue them. So I couldn't stuff them right now, but that's okay. You just have to check it and make sure that it's completely dry. And so while those are together, then I'm putting the glue to close once I stuffed it and putting that clothespins back on. Now I will tell you to, check those pumpkins. For the most part, they didn't stick, but sometimes they stick to the glue. So sometimes I remove that clothespin before it's completely dry. So I'm just sticking it together, making sure that everything is sticking. And with the string like that, it's going to be really great to be able to tie it onto a wreath or a napkin or whatever. So once your pumpkin is dry, you can remove those and then you can tie it onto whatever you want to put it as a decoration. I think they came out pretty cute. They're super easy to do and they're in the shop. I hope you enjoyed this video. You will subscribe and like my channel and I will see you in the next video. Bye.